So everybody, since 5th grade, 4th grade, you've learned how to graph points. So don't lose focus on what you do when you graph a point. In this case, you would go left 3, and down 6. Everybody see that? So the theta that they always talk about is the guy right here that comes out of the center. Theta is always the angle that comes out of the center of the circle, okay? Of the unit circle. So I'm going to go ahead and put theta there, 3 and 6. And here's where location is everything, kind of like with real estate, okay? Location, location, location. So this is where we're going to get into some things that are on your unit circle that we haven't really gotten into. All right, so I need to find, if I need to find the secant, I need to find the cosine of theta and then flip it, okay? And this is not on your unit circle because your unit circle is a circle with a radius of 1 and you've got root 3 over 2's and root 2 over 2's. So this is a triangle that's actually bigger than the unit circle. It goes out. So in order to find cosine, I need adjacent over hypotenuse. Everybody see that? So I do 3 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. And that's 9 plus 36 equals c squared. That is 45 equals c squared, and I square root that. Well, when you square root 45, you factor it, and it's 3 times 3 times 5. And since I have 2 3's, it's 3 root 5. And you should have done this in Algebra 2, but if not, we'll work on it. So this side here is 3 root 5. When you factor 45, you go 9 times 5. 3 times 3, and since you have a 2 3's, one of them comes out of the hood because the square root of 9 is 3, so it comes out. All right? So,
never mind.
Okay, so since I want the cosine of theta so I can flip it to find the secant, the cosine of theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. Does anybody not remember that? SOHCAHTOA? Adjacent over hypotenuse. So the secant, if this is the cosine of theta, is this. The secant of theta is 3 root 5 over 3, right?
Sure.
And the 3's cancel. Now we have to decide what kind of sign the secant is going to have. Now, how do we figure out what sign secant has? Well, on your unit circle, I have put A, S, T, C. So now I'm going to explain what that means. And the acronym that people use to remember the letters is all students take calculus, first, second, third, fourth quadrant, okay? So what this means is in the first quadrant, all of the trig functions are positive, okay? In the second quadrant, the sine is positive and also his cousin cosecant is positive. In the third quadrant, tangent is positive and its cousin cotangent is positive. And in the fourth quadrant, cosine is positive and secant is positive. So since we're in the third quadrant and we're looking for a secant, it has to be negative because only the tangent and the cotangent is positive. Okay? We're going to practice that a little bit. When I do negative 8, 2, and they want me to find the tangent of theta.
I was saying number 4.
Oh, cotangent of theta, sorry. Oh, I used the wrong point too. Okay. So number 4, it's negative 10, 7. And they want the cotangent of theta, okay? Well, when I do negative 10, I go over 10 and up 7. So I go over 10 and up 7. So here's a 7 and here's a negative 10, okay? Well, the first thing, since I want tangent, cotangent, you don't really need the hypotenuse. You don't always have to find the hypotenuse because when you go to tangent, it's opposite over adjacent, right? So theta's coming out of the middle here, and tangent of theta is TOA. That is negative 7/10. What is the cotangent of theta going to be? You flip it. Cotangent is the flip of the tangent. So it's going to be negative 10/7, and that is your final answer.
What is the TOA?
In the second quadrant, all students take calculus, and we want cotangent, so only sine and cosecant are positive, so we know that this guy is going to be negative.